From historic Hamer Hall on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, it's the PSAC Final Four second game where the California Vulcans take on the Shippensburg Red Raiders. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. I'm Anthony D'Agostino. I'll have your play-by-play for you today. And alongside me tonight for the pregame is the SID Sports Information Director, Bill Morgul for Shippensburg. And Bill, welcome on the broadcast here.
Thank you, Anthony. Happy to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here, and we're going to talk about the last game for the California Vulcans to start off. They took on the Edinburgh Fighting Scots in a rematch from a few weeks ago when they took on them at the Convocation Center on Wednesday. On Tuesday here at Hamer Hall, California came away with the victory 75-67.
Yeah, it was if I remember right, looking at your score, Edinburgh was up in that game pretty, into the third quarter. California closed and had a good performance. It's a little bit different from the Shippensburg game, where Shippensburg, we hosted Millersville on Tuesday night. Shippensburg took a pretty big lead, as many as 14 points in that game. They're up 9 in the third quarter. Millersville got it within one possession late. Shippensburg was able to come out and close at the end. Both teams closed well in that game, and probably going to be a similar scenario again today, we would expect, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a really close game. And in California's Edinburgh game, Precious Martin was the team leader with points, 20 points and 6 rebounds. She also had 4 steals in that contest. And for Shippensburg in their last game, Lauren Gold was the story. She had 17 points, 4 of 5 from the field, and 3 for 3 from the three-point line. A stellar shooting game for her in that contest. And the last time these two teams met each other, it was not this year. It was last year, where Shippensburg took on California on December 16, 2014 at California. California coming in with the victory, Bill.
Yeah, California really had a lopsided win in last year's meeting between these two. The year before that was a game at Ship where Cal won 95-90, and then Ship won the 2 previous meetings before that. So, this is a rivalry that dates all the way back to the PSAC West days, when these two teams would slug it out often in PSAC tournament competitions, and it's nice to see this rivalry rekindled today in a semifinal, where for Shippensburg, this is the first time in 12 years they've been in this position in a semifinal game. So they're excited, motivated, and going to see what they can do out here in California today.
Well, for California, this is the second year in a row where they have made it to the PSAC Final Four. Last year, you knew the story. They made it all the way to the Atlantic Regional Final. They won that game, got to the Elite Eight, the Final Four in the NCAAs, and won it all last season. They are on their quest to go back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, possibly this year. Who knows? But it all starts here with the PSAC semifinal game. The first game is complete. IUP defeated Westchester in that game. We'll talk about that more as the broadcast continues. Who will win the second game? Is it going to be California or will it be Shippensburg? Find out next as the tip-off is next here on CUTV.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV News Center provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
And welcome back to Hamer Hall on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, where the California Vulcans take on the Shippensburg Red Raiders in the second game of the semifinals here in the PSAC tournament. Hello again, I'm Anthony D'Agostino, and again, thank you to Bill Morgul, the SID for Shippensburg University, for that pregame. And now joining me is the Director of Communications for the PSAC, Nick Moeller. Nick Moeller, it's been great to have you on the broadcast today.
Anthony, I really appreciate it. You guys do great work here, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
And looking at the tail of the tape, Nick, these two teams are really close together in the stats here.
Oh, absolutely. Two close teams, two of the top teams in the conference, obviously by their presence here in the semifinals, you can tell that, but also by looking at these stats, these two teams have some of the best scoring margins in the league, and they're, of course, led by the two players of the year. In the East, you have Morgan Griffith for Shippensburg, and in the West, Mickey Glenn for California. Yeah,
and Mickey Glenn, the player of the year for the West, Mickey Glenn had 18 points and 6 rebounds, also 3 steals against Edinburgh, and from Shippensburg, Morgan Griffith, 18 points against Millsville, 16 rebounds for a double-double for her. And now we're going to take a look at the starters for both of these teams. For Shippensburg, number 13, Colleen Young. Number 14, Logan Snyder. Number 21, Haley Scullion. Number 24, Lauren Gold. And number 34, Morgan Griffith. For California, Paige Wright will be starting. Number 3, Shatara Parsons. Number 5, Sierra Barrett. And number 21, Mickey Glenn, as well as number 23, Precious Martin. And Nick, for California, they have one of the smallest benches in the PSAC, players off the bench, yet they're able to come away with these victories. And they only have one senior on their team in Paige Wright. She'll be the only player leaving, as Lana Doran, a redshirting senior, going to be next year with an injury. This California team, with a small bench, able to come away with some pretty big victories.
Yeah, California is an interesting team. Usually when you see a defending national champion, you think that they graduate a lot of people. Then you see them come in this year, win the PSAC West, trying to defend their PSAC championship. You think that this is a team that's going to suffer a lot of turnover going forward. But you look at Glenn, you look at Barrett, you look at Parsons, all these people are going to come back, and that's what really bodes well for the future of this conference. Also, interestingly, when you look at the Shippensburg side, they had 4 players start every game this year, in Young, Snyder, Gold, and Griffith. All 4 of those players are also juniors. So we kind of are seeing the present here in the PSAC, also the future. 2 teams to look out for when we look to 16-17. Should be a great game today.
Yes, Shippensburg only has 2 seniors, a lot of juniors on our team, so look for Shippensburg next season to be just as good, if not better, than they were this season. They're going to be, again, PSAC contenders next season. As we're getting ready for this game to start, Nick, what do you expect out of these 2 teams tonight?
I think the one stat that really stood out to me as I was doing a little bit of research for this game, and of course following them throughout the year, is these 2 teams lead the conference in turnovers forced. California is forcing 19.7 turnovers per game. Shippensburg forces 17.8. These 2 teams have the best turnover margins. And so that's going to be the key. If one team can kind of impose their will on the other, then maybe they can get ahead, because both these teams are used to being the aggressor, used to getting the turnovers, and used to getting easy baskets. You know this better than I do, seeing California as much as you do. Fascinating to me that the team with 18 conference wins, with the best conference record in today's day and age, doesn't shoot the 3-pointer all that well. They rely a lot on the defense and kind of their superstars getting the baskets that they're supposed to make.
And that is definitely true. As we're getting ready for the tip-off here, Sierra Barrett going up against number 34, Morgan Griffith for Shippensburg. Morgan Griffith tips it over to Precious Martin for California. Now Mickey Glenn has it. We are underway in a second game. Now Sierra Barrett driving through the lane. She's going to take her shot. She's going to get fouled. Actually, no, she's going to get called for the travel there. Just took 1 too many steps.
So Barrett with the early turnover. Of course, Sierra Barrett, just a sophomore, last year's freshman of the year in the West. This year she's the defensive player in the West. Also a second-team all-conference performer.
There's going to be a foul down low, and this one's going to be going against California. Paige Wright is going to get, actually it's going to be called on Sierra Barrett. She's going to get called for holding. As we have an inbounds here for Lauren Gold.
So a strange start to the game for Sierra Barrett, such a good player to get the turnover and the foul early on.
There's a turnover there by Shippensburg, but they get it right back as Morgan Griffith gets it over to Colleen Young. Now Lauren Gold passes it over to Young. Inside to Scullion. Scullion passes it over to Young. Now Young trying to move around her, find someone to pass to. She goes to Snyder. Snyder tipped there by Shatara Parsons as Shatara Parsons on the fast break. Gets a one-on-one. Shatara Parsons goes up. Her shot is up. No good. Rebounded there by Logan Snyder.
Missed the layup there from Parsons, but a great play to get out, force the turnover, and get an opportunity.
As Haley Scullion picked off there by Paige Wright as California now on the offense. Inside to Mickey Glenn. Mickey Glenn over to Shatara Parsons. Her shot up and good. California strikes first with 8:50 to go.
That looked like exactly what California wants to do. You get a steal from Wright. She runs the court, finds Glenn, who then uses her great court vision to dump it off at the easy 2 points.
Logan Snyder driving through California's defense to get the 2 points to fall through. Shippensburg electing to go with a little bit of a press as now Precious Martin has it. He dumps it off to Mickey Glenn. Glenn passes it inside to Shatara Parsons at the foul line. Free throw line jumper is up and good. Shatara Parsons, nothing but net.
Parsons again impressing. Again, Mickey Glenn running this show. Some stats that stood out to me from Mickey Glenn. She leads the league in essentially every category of importance as she, gets a PSAC West Player of the Year.
Colleen Young traveling up there. She gets her shot to fall through there. Nice baseline jump shot.
Colleen Young, the junior guard out of Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania.
As now California setting up their offense, tied up here 4-4. Sierra Barrett, free throw line jumper, it's up, no good. Rebounded there by number 24, Lauren Gold. Now Shippensburg on the offense. Goes over to Colleen Young. Now Lauren Gold. Gold trying to drive through, can't find something there, so she goes inside now to a wide open Morgan Griffith, who gets her shot to fall through.
What a pass by Gold. Griffith establishing nice inside presence, gets the easy 2 points for the Raiders.
Paige Wright's pass to Shatara Parsons, near side. Parsons back to Paige Wright. Wright slowing up the offense. Paige Wright passing it off to Mickey Glenn. Glenn trying to find someone to drive. She now passes it over to Sierra Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Shatara Parsons with it. Takes a jump shot. That one's missed. And a jump shot there by Precious Martin. No good. Shippensburg's defense really hounding in the paint.
Yeah, that's not the shot the Vulcans wanted there. Kind of set up for a falling away basket as the shot clock runs out. But then the other end, Raiders run the floor and get a nice 2 points.
Colleen Young running the floor really herself, going baseline to get that shot to fall through. Shippensburg up 8-4 now. Now Paige Wright. Goes over to Mickey Glenn. Glenn trying to find someone to go. She's electing to drive. Instead, she's going to pass inside of Sierra Barrett, who gets that shot to fall through at the baseline.
Just Glenn has been so impressive so far. Just another setting up her teammate for easy 2 points.
Lauren Gold doesn't move on Mickey Glenn. Her shot too strong. Rebounded there by Precious Martin, who kicks it off now to Sierra Barrett.
Kind of the versatility of the game of Mickey Glenn. She's looked unbelievable so far, but has 0 points. Even though she's the conference's leading scorer, she doesn't need that to be very effective.
And she's very good from the assist as well. Sierra Barrett's jump shot is up and good, kissing it off the backboard. Tied up here at 8.
Sierra Barrett doing a nice job there, getting it off the glass, getting 2 points, tie game.
Lauren Gold goes to Morgan Griffith. Her shot too short, but it's rebounded there by Scullion. 3-point shot missed there by Lauren Gold and rebounded there by Mickey Glenn.
Interesting to note for Griffith, she's an inside player, obviously a forward, leads the conference in rebounding and scoring. She's top 5 in the conference. She'll also shoot the 3, so even though that was not the best shot, that's a shot that she's not afraid to take.
That foul's going to be on Lauren Gold, number 24. That's the first foul for Shippensburg. Not a shooting foul, so we will have an inbounds for California. Mickey Glenn will inbound it. Shatara Parsons in the paint. Her shot up and good, even contested by number 21, Haley Scullion.
That's a nice job by Parsons using her size to just get the advantage. Not much more you can ask of Scullion. She's in good position, but Parsons just making a play.
Now pass over to Scullion. Scullion driving through. Her shot blocked away by Shatara Parsons as it's picked up by Shippensburg. Lauren Gold with it now. Passing it over to Young. Young inside, easy layup there from Morgan Griffith, who was no one there for her.
Not sure what happens there. Obviously, you don't want to leave the East Player of the Year all by herself. Nice find by Young. Griffith with the easiest 2 points she's had all year, probably.
Mickey Glenn now to Sierra Barrett. Now Shatara Parsons. Shatera Parsons jump shot, it's good, nothing but net. 12-10 the score now. Now on the quick break, it's Colleen Young. Colleen Young, baseline reverse layup. It's going to be out of bounds off of California as we've reached our first media timeout here. Victoria Blackburn subbing in for Shippensburg, as well as Morgan Jennings. And Nick, this game, as we thought, is back and forth. California with the lead by 2. As we look here at the PSAC bracket, as I said in the open, one game already completed, IUP at Westchester. Nick, give your input on what you saw in that game.
The IUP Westchester game was really interesting. A lot of stars on the court. You had the 2 all-conference performers for Westchester in Sasinski and Ely. And then on the other side, you have IUP's Leslie Stapleton, who was just unbelievable. She ends up with 33, was getting big baskets too, had a big second half. I believe she scored 22 or 23 in the second half. Don't have the box score right in front of me, but she was unbelievable in that. Hit some clutch threes, some clutch free throws on the end to ice the game. And IUP, whichever team faces IUP tomorrow, they're gonna have to look out because they have a star in Leslie Stapleton and a solid team surrounding her.
What they do is we see some replays here. That's just an inside pass to Morgan Griffith, the PSAC East Player of the Year, and you see there just a great job by Colleen Young using her speed to get through there, and Sierra Barrett just finding her way inside on Morgan Griffith, and Sierra Barrett going over top of some defenders there, and Shatera Parsons going up against some defenders. But there again, you can't leave Morgan Griffith wide open there for Shippensburg, as you see Shatera Parsons' shot fall through, and that rounds out the score in 12-10 with 4:28 to go in the first quarter.
Big first quarter so far for Shatera Parsons, 8 points for her. She's shooting 4 of 6 from the floor. Interesting, Cal has a lead. Mickey Glenn has not scored yet.
Colleen Young swatted away there by Sierra Barrett as that pass was looking like it was trying to get to one of the other Shippensburg players, number 42, Victoria Blackburn. Inbounding it goes to Young. Now over to Snyder. Now Blackburn. 10 on the shot clock. Errant pass there. It's going to be out of bounds. Colleen Young couldn't get to it in time.
That's a tough one there, especially because it's one thing, you're playing such a strong California team that they're going to probably force you into some turnovers throughout the game. You can't then give them some on top of it. So that errant pass, those are the turns you really got to cut out.
As now California back on offense. Mickey Glenn trying to make a move. She goes to the lane. Her shot up and good, and one coming for Mickey Glenn.
Mickey Glenn, so impressive there. She's not afraid to not shoot, but then when the time is there, she's willing to take that space, and she sees it's her opportunity. That's her first attempt of the game. It's her first make of the game, and she'll be at the line looking for 3.
And Victoria Blackburn just got out of position there as Mickey Glenn's speed got her to the basket. Blackburn's arm just clipped Mickey Glenn and see if she can make this free throw here, and she does. Mickey Glenn on the season, 89.6% from the free throw line.
This is a place here where Shippensburg wants to make sure they stay in this. We're on California's home court here. They're up by 5 in the first. You don't want to let this get, you want to stay within striking distance early.
And I believe we have an out of bounds play off of California. California trying to do some trap defense here, getting 2 girls on 1 offensive player as Morgan Griffith inbounds it for Shippensburg. She goes over to Snyder. Her shot is up, no good. Rebounded there by Shatera Parsons.
It's still a nice play by Snyder. She uses her left to get to the hole. Some contact there. Maybe you get that call, maybe you don't, but you still end up with a nice opportunity.
Paige Wright's 3-point shot missed and rebounded there by Morgan Griffith, as there's not a foul there, but it looked like she got hauled down there by Morgan Jennings. As Blackburn's pass is going to be tipped around, but it's going to go out of bounds on Morgan Jennings. So Shippensburg will maintain possession as Lauren Gold checks in, as well as Vicky Tumaz.
That's some good awareness there from Colleen Young as she was kind of falling out of bounds. I believe it was Parsons she found to throw it off of to maintain possession for Shippensburg. After a turnover, a nice play by Morgan Griffith, you don't want to give it right back.
Stolen away there by Morgan Jennings as Mickey Glenn tipped that pass. It's California now back on the offense. Sierra Barrett.
Mickey Glenn's so active on defense, averages more than 3 steals per game.
Mickey Glenn doing a great job on defense. Shatera Parsons and Precious Martin also does a great job on defense as Mickey Glenn's jump shot off the rim. Rebounded, though, by Mickey Glenn. Getting her own rebound, setting up with 3 minutes to go.
If there's a weakness in Mickey Glenn's game, which I'm not sure that there is, she's not the greatest outside shooter, only shooting 29.5% from 3 this year, so that's not her best shot.
as Sierra Barrett's errant pass goes to Haley Scullion. As now charging up the court is Lauren Gold. Gold going up against Morgan Jennings, passes it over to Colleen Young. Young trying to find someone to go. She's guarded by Shatera Parsons pretty heavily as that pass goes to Lauren Gold. Now Gold tipped around. That gets to Morgan Griffith. Now Young. There's 3 on the shot clock. Young, her shot up off the rim, but there's a charging foul called here on Colleen Young. Sierra Barrett took that charge.
So the defensive player of the year takes the charge there. You'll see it here, sets up nicely right on the block, draws the offensive foul. So that's a heck of a defensive possession for California. Not only do they force Shippensburg into a last-second shot with the shot clock about to expire, but then they also draw the offensive foul. I mean, they're the second best defensive team in the league according to the stats.
And California really does a great job on those defensive plays, coming back and scoring some points. See if they can do that here as Precious Martin does just that, getting the 2 points to fall through.
Just a nice inside move by her, the little spin move off the glass, 2 points.
Now Lauren Gold going up against Mickey Glenn. She makes a move, passes it inside to Morgan Griffith. Her shot is up and good.
So Griffith doesn't catch that cleanly, but she's able to recover, one bounce off the floor, get it up and in. And again, big points for Shippensburg here. They don't want to let this get to double digits or anything too early.
Morgan Griffith, a big post player for Shippensburg, able to get those points as Mickey Glenn passes it inside. Sierra Barrett's contested shot is up and in. 2 points for Sierra Barrett, 19-12 the score here.
Again, Scullion's in good position, but Barrett just has the advantage on her size-wise and is able to go up and over for 2 points.
Scullion with it now guarded there by Jennings, passes it off to Colleen Young. There's going to be a foul here on Paige Wright as she just pushes Colleen Young a little bit. Subbing in for California, Shatera Parsons for Morgan Jennings. Now inbounding it for Shippensburg, Lauren Gold. 30 on the shot clock after that foul. Trying to find someone to go. She goes to Haley Scullion. Scullion, guarded by Morgan Jennings. Passes it off to Griffith, who then goes to Lauren Gold. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. This is Tumaz. Tumaz, there's going to be a charging foul again. Sierra Barrett taking the charge by Tumaz.
Barrett, what a job there, getting in the right position, getting in the right place for it. Again, you'll see it here. Nice job by our camera crew there as Barrett lines up and draws the offensive foul. Second in 3 possessions, I believe. And
Sierra Barrett and Mickey Glenn both do a great job of getting set quickly, getting their feet to stop so they don't get called for the blocking foul. As we're under a minute here in the first quarter. California up 19-12. And Mickey Glenn with it. Passing it off to Paige Wright. She in turn passes it inside to Shatera Parsons. That ball tipped around. Shatera Parsons driving through the lane. Her shot up and good. Going through 2 defenders on that one.
So Scullion gets a piece of the ball to begin with, but then as it's up in the air, Parsons comes down with it and is able to make a move around her to get to the basket. Impressive first quarter here for Shatera Parsons.
As Logan Snyder gonna lose the ball out of bounds. 29.8 seconds to go. California can hold for the last shot. And Mickey Glenn usually waits for that 10-second place to take her shot as she now has the ball and takes it over the timeline.
If you're California, you got to be as happy as possible with how this first quarter went. Currently shooting 10 of 16, holding the Raiders to just 12 shots. They made 6 when they're shooting 50%, but they're getting significantly less opportunities than California.
Mickey Glenn under 10 seconds, 5 to go. Mickey Glenn, 3-point shot, it's up. No good off the rim. It's going to be picked up by Shippensburg, and time will expire. The end of the first quarter, California leading 21-12. Stay tuned for the second quarter here on CUTV.
With CalU's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
And welcome back to Hamer Hall, where the California Vulcans lead the Shippensburg Red Raiders 21-12 here at the start of the second quarter. And Nick, some of these stats for this game right now, Shippensburg leading in turnovers with 7, California with 9 points off of those 7 turnovers.
Yeah, that's kind of what's sticking out to you. We kind of talked about it beforehand about how California, that's their game. They lead the conference in turnover margin, and that's what they're trying to do to Shippensburg, forcing 7 turnovers in the first quarter. That's not a formula for success for the Raiders as they're looking to pull the upset.
Inside play there, too strong for Logan Snyder as California gets the ball back here on offense. Mickey Glenn driving all the way by herself, makes it count. 2 points for Glenn.
Just an all-around star player, certainly worthy of the accolades she's received.
23-12 now as Lauren Gold trying to find something to do here for Shippensburg.
The one thing that stands out to me about Mickey Glenn, too, as I was looking over the stats, she leads the league in minutes. She averages more than 39 minutes a game. She doesn't take a lot of breaks. This is her team.
Mickey Glenn plays almost every single minute of the contest, and she's done that so far this entire season. There's a blocking foul here, most likely going to be called here on Morgan Jennings, and that it is.
Even with that foul, Morgan Jennings, I'm impressed with her length. She's been getting in some good positions, and maybe you draw the occasional foul outside the basket. You'll take that for that aggressive defense that the Vulcans play.
The Vulcans do play an aggressive defense. They're not afraid to get on these players pretty tightly as Paige Wright guarding Tumaz. A 3-point shot there. That one's no good. Air misses everything by Morgan Griffith. Stolen away there by Haley Scully, an inside path. It's going to be picked up there by Morgan Jennings.
And that's unfortunate for the Raiders. They get the turnover there from Jennings, and they can't convert. The pass is a little too strong, not able to get it up, and then you see what happens on the other end.
Shatara Parsons, nothing but net, uncontested there, no one there for Shippensburg. Shippensburg taking a well-deserved timeout here, trying to find out what's going on and why they're down 25-12. And we're going to take a look at that last basket by Shatara Parsons. Here, look at the passing by Mickey Glenn to Shatara Parsons. All the Shippensburg players were on the left side of the court.
Yeah, see, it's just not what you want to happen here. An appropriate timeout called here by Christy Trent, because this game is really getting away from them. It was 8-4 Shippensburg on top. So we'll do the quick math here. That's a 21-4 run.
And California on that huge run. Leading scorers right now for California. Shatara Parsons actually leading. It's not Mickey Glenn. She's got 12 points. Mickey Glenn with only 5. Mickey Glenn 2 of 4. Shatara Parsons 6 of 8. Right now, Shatara Parsons is not missing on those jump shots.
No, and Mickey Glenn's doing exactly what she does in terms of an all-around game. It's not just about the point line for her, even though she's the conference's leading scorer. What more can that say about somebody who has an all-around game, who looks to pass, who looks for the assist, who looks for the overall game, and she's still the conference's leading scorer, but she hasn't needed to do that so far. She's got 4 assists, all the assists for the Vulcans.
Yeah, Mickey Glenn leading assists for the Vulcans as well as the leading scorer, as Shippensburg will inbound it now with Shanice Jackson. 8:45 to go here in the second quarter. California up 25-12, excuse me. As Lauren Gold has it now for Shippensburg. Gold passing it off to Young. Back to Gold. Inside pass tipped away, picked up now by Mickey Glenn.
It's another turnover here from the Raiders, who need to get something going. They cannot let, and maybe that's what it is, an uncharacteristic turnover from Mickey Glenn. Maybe they can get a basket here, get some momentum on their side.
Yeah, just dragged her pivot foot on that leading pass. It's going to get called for the travel there. As California has 5 steals so far today, and that is all due to their long arms that they can just get in front of those passes. As Young has it, her shot up, no good, rebounded, but there's going to be a foul on the floor. We'll see who this is on. It is going to be on 34, Morgan Griffith going over the back to get that rebound.
That's a tough call there. They're battling down low, over the back, maybe get a little shove down there, so they're going to get Griffith on the rebound, and again, another possession where the Raiders don't come away with any points.
As Mickey Glenn has it for the Vulcans. Paige Wright Over to Mickey Glenn. Inside to Morgan Jennings. Now Sierra Barrett. Sierra Barrett's hook shot up and good. Just contorting her body to be able to get that shot up.
Unbelievable finish there. Great pass, too, by the freshman Jennings. She turned a crisp pass right into the chest of Barrett. Gets 2 points.
As Shippensburg still with only 12 points. Shanice Jackson now with it, passing it off to Logan Snyder. Tipped away there, Mickey Glenn. It's going to be a 2-on-0. Morgan Jennings, easy layup there for 2 points for California.
Not much you can say about that. Jennings with the layup. 29-12 here. California, the defending PSAC champions, defending national champions. They're looking every bit of it right now.
Colin Young passing it off there. Quick passes for Shippensburg. Colin Young pass it off inside to Morgan Griffith. Her shot rolls in, so Shippensburg finally getting some shots to fall through.
And that's exactly what you need to do against the Vulcans, make crisp passes and set it up. And that was a nice play there. I believe it was Jackson who made the extra pass to Griffin to get the easier basket.
Paige Wright's shot missed, and Logan Snyder picks it up for Shippensburg. Now Snyder passing it off to Morgan Griffith. Now over to Gold. Gold setting up the offense. 3-point shot there by Snyder. That one's no good. Rebounded, but it's out of bounds off of Colleen Young. She almost had that rebound.
That's a big miss there for Snyder. If that one, all of a sudden now you just made the basket, you got to stop on the other end. You can come back. Maybe you get this, back to 12. Going to miss the three-pointer. Nobody's made a three-pointer yet. Shippensburg 0 for 3.
California 0 for 2 as well, as Mickey Glenn has it now. Precious Martin passing out to Paige Wright. Now Paige Wright, free throw line jumper. Her shot up off the rim, tipped around and picked up by Morgan Griffith. Now Colleen Young, she's got numbers. Morgan Griffith, her shot up, no good. Rebounded there off of the hands of California, but Morgan Griffith missing an easy layup there for her.
Griffin did do a nice job of running the floor there. She gets the ball originally, dishes it off to Young, runs the floor, gets set up for the easy layup. But against this California team, they're so long and so athletic. Nothing was easy, and it was contested at the end, and she unfortunately missed it.
Now Morgan Griffith driving to the lane. Her shot up, no good again. Rebounded there by Mickey Glenn. Glenn on the fast break. Glenn doing it herself. Her shot is up and good. Mickey Glenn, as there's a timeout call here by Shippensburg. They just need to find a way to stop Mickey Glenn.
Yeah, Mickey Glenn, whether it's scoring or whether it's dishing the ball off, has just really been impressive. You're going to see her here, that nice crossover just to pass the free throw line. She's going to put it up and in. Glenn already, this is the kind of line she likes with just 14 minutes into a game. 7 points, 4 assists, a couple of rebounds, 2 steals, and she's been setting up Parsons and Barrett, who have 20 of the 31.
And as you see right there, we've been talking about Mickey Glenn all day, and this is why. Mickey Glenn leading the scoring, 18.9 points per game. She's also the leading person for assists with 164 so far, and with steals with 91 steals. And Mickey Glenn, I mean, this is just why she's so good. She really freezed Logan Snyder on that fast break. She went right and then went left. Logan Snyder had nothing to do but watch the shot fall through.
Yeah, absolutely. Mickey Glenn, and we see that graphic there, she's leading in 4 of the 5 categories for the Vulcans. Well, in 3 of those 5 categories, she's leading the league. She's an all-around player. There's a reason California is in the position that they're in right now.
There's a foul called here as the shot is missed by Logan Snyder. This one's on California's number 13, Morgan Jennings. As we have some substitutions going to be coming in. One for California is Emily Suckling, the freshman from Australia. Some key free throws here for Logan Snyder.
An 82% free throw shooter. Hoping she knocks both of these down if you're the Raiders.
She makes her first one. Haley Scullion checking in for Shanice Jackson for the Raiders. As I said before, Suckling did come in for California. Paige Wright still out there, though. Second shot up and good, so some key free throws made here by Shippensburg. Now Mickey Glenn with it on the offense. Glenn goes to Paige Wright. Shippensburg electing to go with a little bit of a zone coverage here as Emily Suckling's three-point shot is up and good. The first three-pointer goes to the freshman from Australia.
I believe it was Barrett. Nice read to go essentially cross court to find Suckling all alone in the corner. 3 points, and California up 18 now.
And that's what happens when you play a zone coverage. Sometimes you have those open players in the corner as that ball is tipped around. Morgan Griffith had it, and Mickey Glenn's gonna get called for the foul here. She was trying to tip it out of Morgan Griffith's hands.
That's an interesting call. Not that it isn't a foul, but look at that. It's a foul because she made such a good play. Only Mickey Glenn, somebody with her skill set who can make that steal, gets in a position to potentially foul on a loose ball there.
As inside pass there is up, no good by Morgan Griffith. She gets her own rebound though, and that one's no good as well. So Morgan Griffith having some trouble right here in the paint. Inside pass, Sierra Barrett layup is good. What a pass.
And watching this team now, you can see why the three-point percent isn't what you would think in this modern day age of the Steph Curry, the long shot, that being glamorous, because they can run the court. They have such good athletes with such length, and Glenn, who's such a floor general, that she can find them for those easy baskets. Why shoot from three when you can get the two?
As Colleen Young makes a shot there, uncontested, went right around the defense. No one home for California as Mickey Glenn passes off to Precious Martin. Emily Suckling again for three, and that one's no good. Rebounded there by Sierra Barrett to Paige Wright.
That's a really aware offensive rebound for Barrett, who just tips it back out.
Barrett, the leading rebounder for California, as Emily Suckling wide open for three. Her shot is up, no good. Rebounded there by Morgan Griffith to tip it off to Lauren Gold. Gold going against Glenn. She's gonna get fouled by Glenn, who thought she was straight up.
Yeah, Glenn's not going to like the call, and that's where that foul we had just talked about a little bit earlier, where she was going for the steal and gets a little bit of contact. And head coach of the year, Jess Strom, also not a big fan of the call.
Yeah, she's saying she went straight up and then doesn't understand the calls. You see right there, Mickey Glenn giving her some space with her hand straight up in the air. They're gonna call her for the foul anyways, as Lauren Gold makes that one count.
And this is where it gets interesting, because Glenn is somebody who plays essentially every minute of every game. For her to get 2 fouls in the second quarter, and again, we can never forget, Shippensburg is one of the best teams in the region. This is a great team. California's looked really good so far, but you don't want to give Shippensburg an inch because they can come back. They have the talent to do it. So if Glenn gets in foul trouble, which is in place, if she picks up a third here before halftime, it might change the complexion of this game.
Mickey Glenn, not usually a person who gets into foul trouble. Sierra Barrett goes to Emily Suckling. Back to Barrett. Her shot is up and good. What awareness by Emily Suckling to give it back to Barrett.
What awareness by Suckling, and to have Sierra Barrett, who's been down low, to run the floor like that and have the vision to find Suckling in the first place. Really impressive.
There's a foul called here. I believe this is on California, which I don't necessarily understand. Precious Martin, she was in the restricted area. I just got that word from our director, Gary Smith, on that one, which is why she got called for the blocking foul there. She was set though.
And this is where it's interesting when you're looking at 5 team fouls now for Cal. Shippensburg has the opportunity to shoot a lot of free throws to close out this half. And all of a sudden, a game that was starting to get maybe a little bit away from them. They're going to be within striking distance, you think, if they can close out this half, making their free throws, getting some quality possessions.
And free throws can win you games, as they are perfect. 6 of 6 so far tonight from the free throw line. As Mickey Glenn with it now for California. Now Parsons. Over to Martin. Martin over to Glenn now. Glenn inside to Shatera Parsons. Parson is just gonna get called for the travel there. Not understanding of that call, but she did move her pivot foot a little bit there.
If you're Shippensburg, this is your opportunity. Be aggressive, get the hole, try and get another foul, try and get to the line, or try and get an easy basket. Maybe with the 5 fouls, they're not going to be as aggressive. Maybe Mickey Glenn, who always goes for a steal, isn't gonna be able to do that anymore.
As Haley Scullion now with it. Guarded by Emily Suckling. That's tipped around, picked up by Mickey Glenn. There's going to be a foul on Morgan Griffith, trying to reach in to get that ball.
And that's almost a change of fortune there, because they have the ball. Now Griffith, the star player for the Raiders, she has 2 fouls, and she's also going to stay out there, not wanting to get too much farther behind you, leave your star out there. But now 2 fouls in the first half on these big stars. A third would be really impactful.
It really would. As you saw in that last play, Emily Suckling did a great job keeping her hands up. As Precious Martin's shot is up and good. Precious Martin, nothing but net, makes it 40-22 the score here.
Just another good move by California, who they might not be deep, but the players they do have that play, really impressive.
Now Morgan Griffith doesn't move there, and there's going to be no shot, as there is a travel here on Morgan Griffith. It's an unforced turnover there by Shippensburg. See if California can capitalize here.
And Griffith, you can see, really trying to put the team on her back right now. She's taken 10 shots. The rest of Shippensburg combined has taken 12.
Now Mickey Glenn with it for California. to Sierra Barrett. There's going to be a kick ball here off of Morgan Griffith. The Sierra Barrett was trying to get the pass inside. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 2:32 to go in the first half.
Ending this quarter going to be really big for the Raiders. If they can stay within striking distance, anything can happen.
Now Barrett, top of the 3-point arc, passes over to Mickey Glenn. Glenn, 10 to shoot, goes to Parsons. Her shot is up, no good. It's going to be tipped, actually not tipped. It's going to be out of bounds off of Parsons. She was double teamed there trying to get that shot away, just couldn't get it off.
So again, Shippensburg with an opportunity here when they're creating these turnovers, when they're not letting California get their shot. On the other end, they have an opportunity to cut into this lead.
Now Gold, passing it off to Morgan Griffith. Griffith all the way over to Colleen Young. Young almost lost control of the ball, but she's able to keep it. As that 3-point shot is up, no good by Lauren Gold, rebounded by California.
Shippensburg still yet to make a 3-pointer in this game.
Emily Suckling is going to pass it off to Shatara Parsons, but there's going to be a travel call here.
I believe that's Barrett who was running down the lane, and it's again a nice find by Suckling, but she just didn't put the ball on the ground. Needed to at least once.
Yeah, putting that ball on a bounce pass would have been able to have Sierra Barrett drive through the lane with the ball in her hands to be able to get that shot up. And then none happening there as Gold has it now, 1:50 to go. Now Morgan Griffith, back to Gold. Gold goes inside to Morgan Griffith. Griffith's up, no good, but she's going to be fouled by Paige Wright. And good job, Morgan Griffith, to get Paige Wright out of position there to make her foul.
And a really nice find by Gold as well, as you'll see here, cutting towards the baseline. Some attention goes to her. She finds a cutting Griffin down the lane. Griffin not able to make the shot, but she gets to the foul line.
Her first shot is up and just rims out, goes around the world a few times as subbing in is Abby Sporio for Paige Wright, the transfer from UPJ. Griffith takes her second shot. That one's up, no good. Rebounded there by Precious Martin. Some key free throws missed here by Shippensburg as California comes back on offense. Glenn to Martin. Martin inside to Sporio. Sporio loses control of the ball, but it goes out of bounds off of number 14, Logan Snyder, with 13 on the shot clock.
California, no rush there to really get an offense going. Able to hold out for a little bit here. Just 1:25 to go in the first half.
Mickey Glenn drives baseline. Her shot is up and good.
Glenn, 2 points.
And I mean, that's her game. She knows exactly when the right time to attack is, when to pull back, when to look for a teammate. And she found some space there and goes and went for it.
Almost thrown over there by Mickey Glenn, but there's going to be a foul called here on Mickey Glenn. No, excuse me, it's going to be on Precious Martin. You see here the foul on your replay there. Just a hold there by Precious Martin.
And that would have, had it been on Mickey Glenn, that would have been 3, and that could have been a game-changing foul.
Gold's first shot is up and good. Subbing in now is Shatara Parsons for Precious Martin. Gold readies for her second shot. Gold 89.9% from the free throw line this season. She makes both of them as California comes back on offense. Under a minute here to go in the first half. Shatara Parsons now tipped away, but she gets the ball back with her height as Emily Suckling has it now, pisses it off to Mickey Glenn. Shatara Parsons loses the ball to Lauren Gold. Lauren Gold, 2 on 3. She's going to take her jump shot. That one's good. Lauren Gold makes it count.
I like that play there from Gold to not just recklessly attack. She felt she had a better shot to kind of let the aggressive defense kind of go past her, keep going, and then she got some space for a very small, short jumper that she makes.
Glenn, errant pass to Emily Suckling. It's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Shippensburg as the officials were conferring there.
I didn't see it tipped, but the way the trajectory made it look like it was tipped.
As Sierra Barrett now inbounding it to Mickey Glenn. Glenn to Sporio. Sporio goes over now to Shatara Parsons. Her shot up, no good, rebounded there. There's just going to be a foul on the floor. I believe this one's going to be going against, it is going up against number 24, Lauren Gold, for the rebound. Actually, it looks like she was boxing out well there.
She was boxing out there.
But Mickey Glenn going to inbound it. Now Mickey Glenn with it. Shot clock is off. California can hold for the last shot. Glenn waiting for her time. Glenn, time is now. She goes, her shot up, no good. Rebounded there by Morgan Griffith. There's 2-1 on the shot clock. Her shot is up, no good. And that was Colleen Young and Nick. California right now leading 42-26. What did you like so far in this contest?
Well, what really stood out to me is just the California defense. They have so much length, so much athleticism. Barrett, Parsons, Martin, they're just really kind of swarming all over Shippensburg, and they don't necessarily have an answer for all these people with so much length. And as you can see, 26 points for Shippensburg in the first half. Shippensburg averaged 71.8 points per game. This is very uncharacteristic, but for California, they limit their opponents to 62.3 points a game. So that's kind of what we were looking at earlier, talking about the turnover marks, talking about the scoring defense. What's going to hold out? What's going to win? And so far, it's been the athleticism, the scoring, and the defense of the Vulcans. Will
California be able to maintain this lead, or will Shippensburg come out with halftime with a new strategy here and maybe come away with the upset victory here? California leading 42-26 at halftime. Stay tuned for the second half here on CUTV.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV News Center provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
And welcome back to Hamer Hall here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, where the California Vulcans lead 42-26. Hello again, I'm Anthony D'Agostino doing the play-by-play. Alongside me today, very special guest, Nick Moeller, the PSAC Director of Communications. And Nick, break down these halftime stats right now for both these teams.
It was such an interesting first half. California kind of imposed their will, so to say, on Shippensburg. California boasting the second best scoring offense and the second best scoring defense in the league. Shippensburg also a top 4 team in the league in terms of scoring. I believe they're third in the conference, averaging 71.8 points per game. So the question was, would California's defense, would the athletes of the Vulcans be able to hold back this Raider offense? And the answer so far is yes. They've had a lot of opportunities. They've held the Raiders to 9 of 24 shooting from the floor, just 26 points. And you see down there, California's had 7 steals, forcing 12 Shippensburg turnovers. California, really best case scenario for the first half.
Well, California with those 12 turnovers for Shippensburg, they're scoring off of those turnovers. They have 15 points off of those turnovers, as we see here some of the highlights here from this first half.
Yeah, Griffin there scoring, has been able to score, but when she's got a nice pass. But that's what you have to do against California, is you can't just almost go one-on-one with their athletes. You need to pass the ball around. You need to create your own space, because Parsons, Barrett, Martin, they take away that space with their athleticism and length.
And that they do, as you see here on the replays. Sierra Barrett, what a pass, and basically looking like an alley-oop there to get that shot to fall through. Emily Suckling, nice awareness, and instead taking the shot, passing it off to Sierra Barrett. Just the vision from this California team is one of the best I've seen.
Right, and that's the interesting thing. You see number 5 for California there, Sierra Barrett. She's running the floor like that. She makes the pass to Suckley, gets it back. She's the defensive player of the year in the conference. I mean, she can still then has that offensive awareness. That's an all-around player. She's just a sophomore. A lot of impressive things happening for the Vulcans in that first half. Shippensburg, we need to remember, it's a 16-point game right now. Not what they wanted in the first half. Shippensburg is capable of coming back. They have the talent to do it. They just have to do it.
And they've done it before. As Mickey Glenn takes a three-point shot, it's up, no good. Rebounded there by Shatara Parsons. Her second chance shot is up and good.
The best opportunity for an offensive rebound is off a long shot. So even though that's not Mickey Glenn's best shot, she has such athletes that you go for it, see if it goes in, and if not, you have faith that Parsons, Barrett, Martin, whomever down there could possibly get an offensive rebound and put it back, as was the case there.
California Vulcans, one of the better teams in rebounding and being able to put those shots back in as Shippensburg has it now. It's Young inside to Morgan Griffith. Her pass over to number 21, Haley Scullion, goes out of bounds, shot missed.
It's a nice find there. Scullion was open, had a lot of space. I don't know if she wanted to take a dribble up and get a little bit closer. Missed a pretty far two there. And the shooting woes continue for the Raiders, who are now at 36%. On the flip side, California shooting 60%, 21 of 35 from the field.
As now Paige Wright has it inside to Shatara Parsons. Stolen away there by Colleen Young. Young inside to Griffith. Just too long of a pass, tipped out of bounds by Griffith.
Yep, not the best pass there from Young, looking to get it to Griffith. So not the ideal start to the half here for the Raiders, but again, they're still in this. You cannot discount them. They have the talent and the ability to come back.
Now Mickey Glenn. Glenn dribbling around there, goes to Shatara Parsons. Parsons, she's gonna drop it off there to Sierra Barrett. Her shot up, no good. Rebounded there by Precious Martin, who doesn't get that rebound shot to fall through, and then rebounded there by Morgan Griffith.
Another offensive rebound by the Vulcans.
As Logan Snyder loses it out of bounds, but it's actually gonna go off of Shatara Parsons, so Shippensburg will maintain possession here. Morgan Griffith going to inbound it for Shippensburg. Griffith almost stolen away there by Paige Wright, but Colin Young has it now and passes it off to Lauren Gold. Gold driving through the lane. Her shot is up. No good. Rebounded there by number 3, Shatara Parsons. There's going to be a foul called here on number 34, Morgan Griffith. That's her third foul.
That's an unfortunate turn of events for the Griffin. They wanted a foul originally on the drive to the basket and the attempted layup, and then struggling for the rebound. California eventually gets it, and then the foul goes on Morgan Griffin, her third. Now the Shippensburg star, the PSAC East Athlete of the Year. 3 fouls, her team's down by 18. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Sierra Barrett driving against Morgan Griffith. Her shot's up no good, and picked up by Morgan Griffith off that rebound. Now Gold almost loses control of the ball, but she's able to keep the possession. Now 20 on the shot clock. Gold trying to find someone to drive. She drives the baseline. Her shot is up, no good, too strong. Picked up there by Precious Martin.
Gold does a nice job of getting to the basket, but can't finish, and that's what the Raiders need right now, is somebody to finish.
Glenn driving through the lane. Her shot is up and good, and one coming. This foul is going to be on number 34, Morgan Griffith. That is her fourth.
And there are no words to properly describe what that means. When the PSAC East Athlete of the Year, somebody the Raiders are counting on, they're going to come back. She's got 4. You see it there. Thank you for the replay, everybody in the truck. 4 fouls. There are 17 and a half minutes left in this game.
There really is, and you saw it on the replay there. If she would have been straight up, it most likely would have been a foul, but she swatted her hand down and got Mickey Glenn on the head. Mickey Glenn makes that foul shot count for the old 3-point play. As Lauren Gold with it now. Now, inside, that shot is up and good for number 41, Christian McCoe.
Really sharp pass there from Snyder down low. Snyder, second team all-conference performer. Really crisp pass, set her up well for the 2 points.
McCoe's first shot of the game goes in as Sierra Barrett takes a long 2. That shot is up, no good, rebounded there by Lauren Gold. Headlong pass is up and good. Nice awareness there, Colleen Young to get 2 points.
Yeah, nice Nice pass, basically the distance of the court there to find Young for the streaking 2 points, and that's what the Raiders need to do. Be aggressive, try and get turnovers, try and get out quickly, try and get some speed into this.
Paige Wright thought about a three instead. Takes it and is going to have that pass go out of bounds. There was some good defense there by Logan Snyder to really make her have a bad pass there.
And this is what's so crazy about sports in general, the game of basketball. Griffith is the best player for the Raiders. She goes out and the Raiders get 4 straight points, force a turnover, and now they have, it almost feels like they have some sort of momentum after the player of the year sits on the bench. Who knows?
As Logan Snyder has it now for Shippensburg. It does look like Shippensburg playing with a little bit of momentum now, got a little more liveliness in their step as Logan Snyder has it for the Red Raiders. Snyder inside, tipped away there by Paige Wright with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep, try and go down low to Magoo, not able to do it. But still their ball, just 4 on the shot clock.
Inbound to Magoo. She missed the shot completely, picked up there by Mickey Glenn, who goes to Precious Martin. Martin back to Glenn, trying to set up her offense here. Glenn. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now Sierra Barrett. Pass it off to Paige Wright for the deep three. It's up, no good. Rebounded there by number 14, Logan Snyder.
That shot is there with all the tall, long athletes that the Vulcans have. They dish it out. Wright and Suckling have been open for those threes.
And Paige Wright hit 3 huge three-point shots against Edinburgh. Hasn't really made any today. And there's a shot there that just rims out by Logan Snyder, picked up by California.
That was a nice find by Colleen Young, too.
Now Mickey Glenn, her left-handed shot is up and good. Mickey Glenn, not a left-handed shooter, but took the left-handed shot.
She just has such awareness to know that that's what it would have called for there. If her right hand was looking contested, it wasn't there. She has the ability to use her left hand and just speaks to the player she is.
Colleen Young now with it 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Now Lauren Gold. Logan Snyder with it. Her shot is up and good. What a shot there. It's contested by 2 Vulcans.
Really nice play there by Logan Snyder. That shot wasn't necessarily there, but she made it there. She trusted her ability. She got 2 points for the Raiders. We're still trying to claw back in this one and still have enough time to do so.
Inside pass to Sierra Barrett. She's almost going to lose the ball, but she's going to get that shot up. Not going to fall through, but she does have a foul called against the Red Raiders, and this one's going on 41, Kristen Magoo. You'll see it here on the replay. Right there, she does clip the arm. As we've reached our media timeout here in the third quarter, California up 49-32. We're going to take a look now at the Atlantic Regional rankings right now. And one game that is already complete that is very important in the regional rankings is Wheeling Jesuit, the number 7 team. They were playing in the MEC tournament and defeated Notre Dame College 79-66. So we'll see if they stay at 7 or possibly move up, as Westchester did fall today to IUP. So Nick, what do you think might happen with these regional rankings if California were to come away with the victory and IUP winners?
This is the interesting thing. California ranked 3rd. You don't think that they're, even if they lose today, they are in. You would almost be sure of it. Shippensburg's that bubble team. They're at 9. IUP winning with potentially a chance to clinch an automatic berth tomorrow that they already have an 8 seed. That's a big win for IUP. Shippensburg, they might have some other way in, but if you're them, you got to think you got to win this thing in order to keep playing.
Yeah, if they were to lose this game, then most likely would mean the end for Shippensburg this season. Virginia Union already clinched the CIAA bid. They might have locked in first place and the right to host as well with that win. Who knows? Our good announcer friend Zach Frosba believes that if West Liberty wins their MEC conference, they might have the right to host because the MEC conference is a little more tough than the CIAA.
It'll be interesting to see. It's certainly what we do know is it's not going to be hosted by a PSAC school. It's not going to be California. They're going to get in, but hosting, not so much. So when the teams are going to have to go on the road, however, California proved they're more than capable of winning as they were the national champions last year.
And we'll see what happens. You can find out where the games are going to be played on 10 o'clock on Sunday night on the NCAA.com website. As Sierra Bear makes her first free throw. 50 points now for the California Vulcans.
Here's a selfish plug. The link to that can be found on the PSAC website.
As you were the director of communications,
yes,
and you
I'll
would
make
know
sure
that.
I'll post it, yeah.
As Sierra Barrett makes that one count, 51-32. And that is a great plug. Yeah, PSAC.
PSACsports.org. Follow us on Twitter, Snapchat, everything at PSAC Sports.
Yeah. The PSAC will post everything that happens with this PSAC tournament, as well as that shot falls in for Magoo. But any and all information, PSAC Sports.
Right now, Lauren Gold, I think that was her. Magoo gets nice position down there. Nice bounce pass into the block. And again, Shippensburg very much in this. I know I'm repeating myself over and over again, but you can't look at the score and think that it's over. Shippensburg has too much talent to think that.
41, he's going to get that foul. That's Kristen Magoo. Her second, team's fourth already with 4 minutes to go. That'll put California in a bonus if Shippensburg fouls again. Now Mickey Glenn. Glenn goes to Paige Wright. Inside to Shatara Parsons. Parsons, her shot is up too strong. Picked up there by Sierra Barrett. Barrett to Shatara Parsons. Now to Mickey Glenn. Resetting her offense. Shippensburg playing a little bit of a man coverage here. Now Sierra Barrett going against Magoo. Her shot is up, no good. There's going to be an offensive foul on number 3, Shatara Parsons.
This is the place where Shippensburg, after these turnovers, after an offensive foul, if they can come down the court and get a 3, something they have yet to do. Still 0 for 4 from beyond the arc right now. This is the place where if they can get a big basket, get to within more of a manageable number, anything could happen.
As Lauren Gold has it now for Shippensburg. Gold passes it off now to Colleen Young. Young handing it off to Logan Snyder. Snyder passes it off to Gold. Back to Snyder. Now over to Scullion. Inside to Magoo. Her shot is up and good. Magoo with that big 6'3" presence, only averaging 3.4 points per game. She's making it count.
And again, head coach Christy Turn gets a lot of credit for what she did at halftime. Some adjustments were made. The Raiders are making the extra pass, and that's what happened there. Magoo gets an easy basket after the extra pass was made.
California missed that 3-point shot. That's stolen away there by Precious Martin. Good defense by her to follow Colleen Young.
Wanted to run, and I even suggested trying to run against the scout team, but that's a dangerous thing if you're trying to go fast and get some quick points because they have the athletes to play fast.
As Mickey Glenn finds a hole to drive through, she gets her shot up, no good. And she's gonna get a jump ball actually in favor of Shippensburg. What a turn of events here.
I believe that was Scullion who was just able to hold on to it. Now that'll be their ball. And so that's the type of thing that wasn't happening to them earlier. As you see the replay there, Scullion in good position, and Magoo was kind of there originally to divert her drive. Mickey Glenn had been scoring on those drives early in the game. She doesn't score there. Shippensburg with the ball, only down 15, still more than a quarter left to play.
Magoo just out manhandles California as that shot falls through for Colleen Young. Shippensburg.
Heck of a job by Colleen Young. I believe it was Barrett who was on her. She does not have any sort of size advantage against Barrett. Barrett was in good spot. She just basically had to one-hand chuck it over her head. Gets 2 points, only a 13-point game.
Barrett's spin move, no good. Picked up there by Lauren Gold. Now Gold going up against her. Her shot falls in. Shippensburg on a bit of a run here, 51-40 the score.
That's a nice job by Lauren Gold. Deciding not to pull up, she decided that she saw a crack in it, that she could get to the basket, and she decided she could score, and she was right.
As Paige Wright has it now, as you hear the Let's Go Ship chant going out, as Morgan Jennings thought about a 3, as she's going to travel there. As a crowd going nuts on that one.
Shippensburg from the east traveled very well. The bleachers behind us are full of Shippensburg fans. Morgan Jennings on that one might have thought about pulling up for it. She is a 22.5% free throw shooter on the year, so it's not her game, but she had a wide open look, thought about it too much, traveled.
She's done that before. She shot the open 3 and she's made it before, and just electing not to do it today. But that pass is tipped around, picked up by Mickey Glenn.
Right idea, but Mickey Glenn making the play, darting it, and then getting the steal.
Mickey Glenn's gonna get the foul called on one of the Shippensburg players. We'll see who it is on.
I believe it's gonna be Scullion.
And that it is. It's going to be Haley Scullion. You see here, possibly could have been a foul there on Vicky Tumaz, but Mickey Glenn getting the foul called there on Scullion.
Yeah, if you wanted to call some touch fouls on that, there were probably 3 opportunities for it, but then Scullion gets her at the end. Better to make the foul than to let Mickey Glenn get another uncontested basket.
As Mickey Glenn makes her first free throw. Mickey Glenn 3 for 3 from the line today. And now 4 for 4. Shippensburg now with it. Colleen Young. Young driving around, trying to find somewhere to go. Goes now over to Tumas. Almost stolen away there, but Snyder has it. Snyder almost loses control of the ball, and she does. It'll go out of bounds off of her California ball with under a minute to go, 51.7 seconds.
Some aggressive defense there from Paige Wright, trying to dart in for the steal, and she didn't get it, but she almost threw Snyder off of, her game just a little bit, that she lost her balance. Then when you lose your balance going to the hole, you don't have a lot of room to work with there. Turnover.
Now Paige Wright with it. Over to Mickey Glenn. Glenn back to Paige Wright. Paige Wright for 3. It's up and good. Paige Wright from downtown.
Yeah, we had talked about it. They had to close and collapse and be so staunchy with the 2-point shots that it's going to leave open the 3-pointer, and Paige Wright's able to make it.
As Vicky Tumas has it. Inside pass. It's no good, but there is going to be a foul called here on 41, Kristen McGoo. Shippensburg can't believe it.
Yeah, we'll see the replay here. It's a nice pass down low, and they're just going to say that she went over the back.
She has a height advantage,
She has a really significant height advantage over Glenn, who she was battling with. And
as Mickey Glenn will be shooting 2 shots here. Fans not happy with that call with under a minute to go, 18 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Glenn readies her shot. Shot is up and good. Mickey Glenn still perfect.
yeah, Mickey Glenn with a pretty typical line for her, which is saying a lot. 17 points right now, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Going for point number 18 right now. Only a pair of turnovers, has 4 steals.
Glenn's second is up and good. Rolls around and falls in. So Glenn still perfect now from the line, 6 for 6. Colleen Young with it. She can hope for the last shot. Young going on with Morgan Jennings. And passed it off. Back to Young. 3 on the game clock. Now pass it out. It's a 3-point shot. It's up and good at the buzzer. That one is Vicky Tumas.
That's a big shot because the Raiders had cut it to 11. It was 51-40, and then it gets out to 18, and then right away she hits the 3. It's going to be 15 as we go to the 4th.
58-43 the score. Going into the 4th quarter, stay tuned for the rest of the contest here on CUTV.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
And welcome back to Hammer Hall, where the California Vulcans lead the Shippensburg Red Raiders 58-43 in the second game of the semifinals here on CUTV. And Nick, this California team came out fast, but Shippensburg's been on a little bit of a run here, getting the momentum with that last 3-point shot by Vicky Tumas.
Yeah, Shippensburg actually won the 3rd quarter, 17 points to California's 16. They shot 57% from the floor there in the 3rd quarter, whereas California's only able to shoot 26.7, but California still just has that kind of, they don't allow them to get as many shots off. They only had 14 opportunities. So it's still kind of, and they were able to get to the line would be the bigger thing, is that California, when they didn't get to, when they didn't score, when they weren't able to get up, they were able to get to the line and get points that way. 15-point game, 10 minutes left. It'll be interesting to see when Morgan Griffith comes back into this game.
Sierra Barrett's free throw line jumper is good, nothing but net. 60-43 the score now.
Barrett now with 16 points. Glenn with 18, Barrett with 16, Parsons right behind with 14.
Now Colleen Young. Young over to McGoo. McGoo to Snyder. Snyder trying to drive through. She's able to get up her shot and no good. Picked up by Mickey Glenn. Glenn to Precious Martin. Precious Martin's jump shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Shippensburg's Logan Snyder. Lauren Gold going right around Paige Wright for the easy layup. It's good.
Not sure if Paige Wright thought she had help behind her or what, but didn't quite get in front of the ball there. It's going to be 2 points for the Raiders. Still a 15-point game, 9 minutes left.
Now Mickey Glenn setting up her offense. Passes it off to Morgan Jennings. Jennings to Glenn. Goes cross court to Paige Wright. And back cross court to Mickey Glenn. Mickey Glenn thought about a three, instead goes layup. Her shot is up and good. What a shot by Mickey Glenn that just falls through.
Really impressive, and then she comes back and gets a hand on the inbound pass. Not much else you can say. I know we've heaped all the praise on Mickey Glenn. She deserves it. She's been outstanding again today.
Mickey Glenn showing why she's the All-American here, as well as the PSAC West Athlete of the Year. As Lauren Gold has it now. She's driving through the lane. Her shot is up. And there's going to be a foul called. Is it going to be on Mickey Glenn? And it is. It's going to be called as a blocking foul on Mickey Glenn. We'll see here. She's just good. She did move her left foot just a little bit.
Yeah, that's close, but called against her. That's how it goes. It'll be Gold at the line shooting 2.
That is Mickey Glenn's 3rd foul of the night. Gold's first is up and good. Subbing in is Shatara Parsons for Precious Martin.
Gold now 7 for 7 at the free throw line. Her shot hasn't quite been falling, just 2 of 7 from the floor, but she's compensated that with a perfect performance at the free throw line.
Free throw lines can get you back in. Free throw shots can get you back into it, as she's now 8 for 8. 62-47 to score. Shippensburg electing with a little bit of a press here. Now falls back. Now Mickey Glenn to Paige Wright. And back to Mickey Glenn. Going up against McGoo. Now inside to Sierra Barrett. Barrett loses the ball out of bounds on the double team of McGoo and number 21, Haley Scullion.
And here it is. Here's kind of the storyline we were looking for. With 4 fouls, Morgan Griffith is in. Have to congratulate McGoo on impressive minutes off the bench, relieving Griffith.
Yeah, she only has 3.4 points per game, but today McGoo with 6 points, really showing the team that they still are in it.
And some nice defensive presence.
That's right there. Colleen Young goes right around the California defense to get her 2 points to fall through.
Now it's back to an 11-point game with 8 minutes, still very much up in the air.
Shatara Parsons back to Mickey Glenn. Mickey Glenn goes up for her shot. Her shot falls through.
It seems like every time the Raiders get some hope, they get close to it. Mickey Glenn's the one to kind of respond and not let Shippensburg get too close.
Morgan Griffith's shot is up, no good, but there's going to be a foul on Sierra Barrett, so that'll send Griffith to the line to shoot 2. We'll see here on the replay. And just gets the arm there, trying to swat the ball out. Instead, clips the arm of Morgan Griffith. Now she's going to shoot 2.
Griffith, a 69.5% free throw shooter on the year, is now 0 for 3 today, though. And impressed by the minutes she had earlier, Christy Turn's going to send back in McGoo.
And McGoo really doing a great job for Shippensburg. Why not send her in to take out Morgan Griffith, who has 4 fouls? Second shot is up and good, as McGoo now subbing in for Morgan Griffith. Offense to defense, Morgan Griffith the better shooter, McGoo the better defender right now.
So we'll see how often. She's probably going to do that as much as she can over the next 7:24.
And California's been known to do that too with some of their players. Mickey Glenn guarded there. Gets it to Morgan Jennings. He gets it back to Mickey Glenn. Glenn inside to Sierra Barrett. Barrett now inside to Shatara Parsons. Her shot is up, no good. Again, what defense by McGoo to take up some space down there. It's a quick pass is up and good for Colleen
They've
Young.
really had Colleen Young running the floor, and very impressed again by Magoo. She's been a defensive force. She's been able to kind of handle some of that size that Parsons and Barrett have had.
You got to think California didn't see her on the film because she doesn't play very much. As you hear the Let's Go Ship chant as Morgan Jennings, the shot is good. Morgan Jennings for three. She's only 22-point-some% from the three-point line, but she makes it count there.
Right, that shot was open. She decided to go for it, and that's a big one.
Out of bounds there, and Precious Martin is going to sub in.
And you're going to see the offense-defense switch here again as Griffin's going to come in quickly. And you assume almost Magoo might go back to the table.
As a blocked shot there goes out of bounds. So Morgan Griffith passed it over to Young. Now Gold. Gold tipped away there by Precious Martin, but she's able to pick up the ball back as Colleen Young has it now. Her shot is up and good, and one coming. Who is this on for California? We will see. It is on number 5, Sierra Barrett.
Got the replay here. Gets over a little bit late. Colleen Young has been really good today. Really impressive job by the junior. She's got 18 points on 9 of 11 shooting.
Sierra Barrett, 3 fouls. We'll see if Colleen Young, 68.4% from the free throw line this year, can make this three-point play. Shot up, no good. Rebounded there by Sierra Barrett. As Magoo did check in for Shippensburg for this defensive play. Now Glenn. Pass it up to Sierra Barrett. Glenn for three, it's up and good. Mickey Glenn makes it count.
You almost have to gamble with them. You have to leave them some open with three-point shooters. Again, Mickey Glenn, we talked about, is an unbelievable All-American Player of the Year type of player. She's not the best three-point shooter in the world, but she was wide open there and she made it count.
There's going to be a hand check here called on California. It's going to be on Shatera Parsons. As Colleen Young was driving through the lane. You see right there, just gets her a little bit on the hip there with her hand.
That's now 4 fouls on Cal here in the fourth quarter, so one more and Ship's going to the line.
Now Colleen Young up against Mickey Glenn. Pass it out to Scullion. Her shot is up and good. Scullion for 2.
Scullion, 2 points.
Scullion wide open again. She missed a shot like that, similar to that earlier, but again, they find her a long 2, but it's good.
Now Mickey Glenn to Sierra Barrett. A long pass to Precious Martin, just out of reach. Errant pass there.
Shippensburg just not going away. If they can piece together a little bit of a run here, if they could cut this to single digits, they're only down 14, could change the landscape of the game.
And Precious Martin guarding there is now Morgan Jennings guarding Gold. Gold goes up, blocked there by Mickey Glenn, who saves it from going out of bounds to Sierra Barrett.
I mean, what else is there to say? It's a good play by Gold. She gets some space. She gets what you think is going to be a semi-uncontested layup, and then Glenn just erases that.
As Glenn letting the clock wind down a little bit before she takes her move. Glenn tipped away there as it's picked up by Colleen Young.
What a game by Colleen Young.
That pass goes over. Now, that shot is up, no good by Logan Snyder. There's going to be a foul called on California. It's going to be on number 13, Colleen Young, as we've reached our final media timeout of this contest with 4:34 to go. 70-56 in favor of California. Nick, it's looking like Shippensburg has the momentum and the conditioning right now. As you see, the MEC tournament, West Liberty has won. Wheeling Jesuit has also won. Well, it'll be interesting to see who wins that tournament.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's going to be any surprises there. Those two teams in the tournament already, so you're not thinking any bids are going to be taken by any automatic qualifiers. So we're going to see those teams here next week at the Atlantic Regional, and you're going to see California next week. Shippensburg still alive. Need to get this one.
And Virginia Union, you see there on the CIAA side, getting that 1-seed victory. And as I was saying before, California looks to be, in my opinion, a little more tired than Shippensburg, which isn't something I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, I think Shippensburg, that's been what they've been trying to do. They've had a lot of baskets with Colleen Young just running the floor, and maybe that speaks to something you've seen all year. Maybe you haven't seen them get tired, but they have a short bench. They play the players they play. They're only going 7 or 8, and that's who they're going to play, especially when it comes to March, an important tournament game. Those are people to run with. We saw it when Glenn got into foul trouble. They weren't going to abandon on her earlier. They wanted her to play with 2 fouls in the second quarter. Maybe that's catching up to them a little bit, and maybe this is the opportunity Shippensburg needs. When they're coming back, they're going to be at the line. They can cut it to 12 with 4:34 to go, still very much alive.
Yeah, plenty of time with 4:34 to go. Shippensburg going to the line here. Logan Snyder going to go to the line. California 5 fouls. Shippensburg has 0. So that could be huge coming down to the wire here. As her first shot is up and good. California getting into foul trouble here in the fourth quarter. Her second shot is up and good as well. 70-58 the score now. As that is going to be out of bounds. Off of Colleen Young. Shippensburg electing to go with the press defense.
Yep, they want to get some more easy baskets, force some turnovers, plant the seed of doubt in California.
There's a timeout called here by Coach Jess Strom, her first of the night. Doesn't call a lot of timeouts, except when she needs to, and she felt like she had to there to really set up her offense here.
And so quickly, right after the media timeout, going to give her team a little bit more time to rest and now deal with. They're going to see that Shippensburg Preston probably for the rest of the game. You have to adjust to that.
As we see here some of the replays, Shippensburg's long head pass to Colleen Young. And then California's Morgan Jennings wide open from 3. She makes it count. And then again, the Colleen Young show right now so far this fourth quarter. She makes that one count. Mickey Glenn wide open from the 3-point line, making that one count. And then Shippensburg just making that shot fall from Haley Scullion.
Yeah, Shippensburg got to be impressed with Colleen Young. Go back over her numbers, 18 points on 9 of 11 shooting. A lot of that's been her running the floor. She also has a pair of assists and 2 steals as well. Morgan Griffin just shooting 40% from the floor, 9.7 boards. But she's in this. She's going to be playing. I mean, she's in this. That's still a threat you have to account for if you're California. They have everything at their disposal right now, does Shippensburg. They're going to put it all out there to try and get back into this one. Only down 12 with 4.5 to play. A lot bigger deficits have been overcome in shorter amounts of time than that.
That is definitely true, as California will now get the inbounds pass underway after this timeout. California trying to make it to the PSAC championship game tomorrow at 3 o'clock, as well as Shippensburg. Sierra Barrett to Mickey Glenn. Glenn loses control of the ball. She picks it up, is trapped there, who's able to get the pass up to Precious Martin.
Now this is where it becomes a problem, but nice job by Magoo getting a hand out.
Now Mickey Glenn back with it. Able to break that press. It was a little tricky there, but they were able to do it. As Mickey Glenn's got 10 on the shot clock. Glenn over to Jennings. Jennings thought about a 3, instead takes a 2. Her shot is up and good. 2 points for Morgan Jennings.
Nice job by Jennings. If she didn't want the 3, you think the 3 is a better shot than the long 2, but she decided to gather herself, take a step in, and that's the shot she wanted. She made sure to make it count, hitting it.
Now Lauren Gold with it. Pass it off to Colleen Young. There's going to be a travel here on Colleen Young as she was trying to find someone to pass it to, as we have a substitution here. Morgan Griffith in for Magoo for some offense. That's Sierra Barrett inbounding it to Mickey Glenn.
We'll see if they're going to try and slow it down. You think they're probably going to try and take as much of the shot clock as possible.
Now Jennings. Inside to Shatara Parsons. Her shot is up and good. Shatara Parsons contorting her body to get that shot up and good.
Great finish by Parsons. Probably a better pass by Jennings. There didn't seem to be much of a hole there, but she whipped it in there, gets it to Parsons, gets 2 points, and that's a really tough blow for the Raiders.
There's going to be a foul called here on Mickey Glenn. She's going to get called for hitting the arm of Morgan Griffith. We're going to check here on the replay, see exactly what happened. She did just get the hand of Morgan Griffith on that shot. And that is Mickey Glenn's 4th foul. As her shot is missed, subbing in is now number 20, Shanice Jackson for Shippensburg.
Unfortunately, if you're a Raiders fan, it's been that type of day for Griffith, the East Player of the Year, 1 for 5 from the line. Some free throws that really could have helped the Raiders here as they're running out of time.
Griffith's second shot is up, no good. Rebounded there by Shatera Parsons. Now Mickey Glenn slowing it down. Glenn finding somewhere to go. She goes to Sierra Barrett. Barrett, bounce pass over to Shatera Parsons inside. Her shot is up and good. +1 coming for Shatera Parsons, who did a nice job. Spin move there to get that shot to fall through.
Shatera Parsons now up to 18 points, could make it 19 here. And now it's getting to the point 18 with under 3 to play, where Shippensburg's going to need everything they have to kind of come back here. And the Vulcans not making it easy on them as Parsons, Barrett, and Glenn continue to just be phenomenal.
Parsons' missed foul shot goes over to Jackson, as now Lauren Gold has it. Thought about a 3 and instead passed it over to Jackson. Back to Gold. Gold handing it off to Colleen Young. Now Logan Snyder, inside pass, that's tipped around, picked up there by Sierra Barrett. Now Mickey Glenn on offense for California. 2:30 to go. Glenn wasting some time. Pass it off to Sierra Barrett. Barrett to Glenn. 10 on the shot clock. Now Barrett. Barrett. Jump shot there. Her shot is up and good. Sierra Barrett, 2 points for that jump shot.
That makes it 20, and that's might be the game right there. 20 points, a little over 2 minutes to play. Barrett, Parsons, Glenn, phenomenal for California.
Gold's off-balance shot falls through. Shippensburg down by 18. Now Glenn. Slowing down her offense. Glenn. Thought about it. She's going to get a timeout called there as she was double teamed by Gold and Colleen Young. It's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Mickey Glenn.
We're going to have the quick timeout. It looks like there's going to be a big change here for coming in for the Raiders. So we'll go over some stats as this game almost looks all but over. 78-60 California with minute 42 showing on the clock. Mickey Glenn, 25 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals. You look at the bracket, might as well move California over here. It's going to be an all PSAC West final. IUP and Cal facing off tomorrow afternoon.
And that's going to be a big rematch since the last time IUP and California saw each other early on this season. It was broadcasted on ESPN3, and California came in with a pretty solid victory in that one.
Yeah, that's interesting considering especially IUP looked like they were playing their best basketball early on. That's a good Westchester team they beat, and they might have the athleticism to kind of keep up with Parsons and Barrett and Martin. I'll say Leslie Stapleton's somebody they're going to have to deal with. You got Megan Smith, really good player. They got Wareham who can shoot the 3. Zane Brooks is very good. Should be an interesting game here back at Hamer at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
It's going to be interesting to see if California can rest up for that game at 3 o'clock. Mickey Glenn is going to get fouled there.
They do have the advantage of sleeping in their own beds tonight.
That is true, as IUP will be sleeping in the hotel. As we see number 15, Shanice Lee check in, as well as Kristen Magoo, as well as number 23, Taylor Lettender. So Shippensburg getting their bench in, some of their players that don't play a lot, to play in this semifinal game.
Yeah, and again, if you're a Shippensburg fan, today's not the way you wanted it to go, obviously, but there's one thing you can really hang your hat on, is that's a young team that they threw out there. I mean, veteran in the sense of they're juniors, but they're coming back next year. Young, who's phenomenal today. Snyder, who's an all-conference performer. Griffith, who's the player of the year, is coming back. Lauren Gold, who really looked good today at times. Her shot didn't get to fall, but she was getting to the basket. She got to the line a lot. I mean, that's still a good team. The Raiders are going to be a force to be reckoned with next year in the East.
And Kristen Magoo, the big post player who gets her shot to fall through, only a sophomore from Chartiers Valley.
Yeah, if she can play, I mean, this is maybe something, a really big positive going. She wasn't playing a lot this year, but she showed flashes of being a really good player today.
And she may end up being a little better than Griffith as her tenure at Shippensburg continues. She is a little taller than Griffith as well. As there's 10 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. Shatera Parsons with it now over to Precious Martin. Inside to Sierra Barrett. Barrett's that stuffed back in her face. It is a jump ball in favor of Shippensburg. Christian Magoo putting it back in Sierra Barrett. as Shippensburg will have the last shot here with 11.4 seconds to go. Gonna have to wave up the court just a little bit, make sure no one slips in these last few seconds. But California will be attempting to take on IUP next game on Sunday at 3 o'clock for their chance at a back-to-back PSAC crown. As Shanice Lee has it. 5 seconds to go. Tumaz inside. That shot up, no good. Rebounded there by Morgan Jennings, and that'll do it. California comes away with the victory, 78-62. And Nick, and just talk about how this game came to be in California coming with this huge victory.
I think you're looking at the stars for the Vulcans really were phenomenal today. You're looking at Glenn, you're looking at Barrett, you're looking at Parsons. They combined for 61 of the 78 points. They are a force to be reckoned with. They have such a diverse skills. Parsons and Barrett are able to run the floor. They're able to play the post. They can shoot from a little bit of distance. And Glenn is just what you look for in a point guard. She does it all. She's willing to go to the basket. She can just read the floor well enough that she's unselfish when she needs to be, and she's selfish when she needs to be. Great player. They're going to be a tough out not only tomorrow for IUP, but in the tournament.
It's going to be a tough one tomorrow, as our next broadcast will be here at Hamer Hall at 3 o'clock p.m. California will take on the IUP Crimson Hawks in an all-Western Division Conference final here. For my color analyst, the Director of Communications of the PSAC, Nick Moeller, for the entire CUTV crew, Gary Smith, the Director of CUTV, I'm Anthony D'Agostino. Until tomorrow, have a great day.